I nah knock it no more. Right now, me come to kick the door down. This is my year, this is my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. Negativity, I try stop, I success, impede my progress, but I keep on rising regardless. Bad-minded heathens and harlots deny my flow is flawless. Then I invest, yet them more come drawless. Not shall defeat, I know not one. Rastafari, open I program. While you in the mind. I've been knocking on the door for so long. I nah knock it no more. Right now, me come to kick the door down. This is my year, this is my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my
Walk on Clementine.
to shine. No more
How you doing?
waiting on no line.
Marlene, how's it going?
Mama, my time to shine.
When I hear a song like this, I gotta pull it from the top and out to the line. I love it, but
I've been knocking on the door.
I dig it.
Knocking on the door for so long. I nah knock it no more. Right now, me come to kick the door down. This is my year, this is my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. Negativity, I try stop, I success, impede my progress, but I keep on rising regardless. Bad-minded heathens and harlots deny my flow is flawless. Then I invest, yet them more come drawless. Not shall defeat, I know not one. Rastafari, open I program. While the rest of them I stay humble as a lamb. Them a trod it in a twos, I a trod it one. Them a bend and them a scoop, I a smile and I go long. Like a lion is I am.
good evening to ya.
Zion is I.
Hey, Rosie.
This is my time.
You at work right now, Clementine?
My time to shine.
Lock frequency, Wagwan.
You know, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine.
Blow them flames up.
No delay now, waiting on no line.
Love y'all, man.
My mama, my time to shine. Must and combine. I works divine, devoted and committed to the African pride. Pagan shall not abide. Amongst I and I, free speech and equality, Africans birthright. Lyrically, physically, I will fight all enemies. I defend, I youths, I feminine, I roots, I brethren. Whoa, let them know. This is my year, this is my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. Negativity, I try stop, I success, impede my progress, but I keep on rising regardless. Bad-minded heathens and harlots deny my flow is flawless. Them never invest, yet them want come drawless. Not shall defeat, I know that's one. Rastafari, open I program. While the rest of them I stay humble as a lamb. Them a trod it in a twos, I a trod it one. Them a bend and them a screw, I a smile and a go long. Like a lion is I am, him high and him Zion. So this is my year, this is my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to shine. This is my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more delay now, waiting on no line. Mama, my time to
It's dangling, ladies and gentlemen.
wow.
My time to shine.
Knocking on the door for so long. Whoa. Now I have to kick the door down. Whoa.
Lodge of Tracy Christie.
Knocking on the door for so long.
I'm a Toronto Massive.
Whoa.
The whole country of Canada.
Now I have to kick
I don't know how y'all deal with the cold, man. I'm in the cold right now.
this on my
Couldn't do this for all year. You know what I mean?
mama, my mama.
I don't know by the time it's ain't no cold all year round.
No more delay.
Y'all got a weekend of warmth, all right?
Mama, my mama.
So I got to give props that y'all can handle this.
This are my dear, my year, my time. Mama, my time to shine. No more
Jacqueline.
Gina, no line. Mama, my time to shine. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo.
Not true, Rosie.
She give me love, la 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 la, love unconditional. She give me more than the physical, yeah. Say as the sunrise forward the day, that's how I wake up to her beautiful face. Unto Jah I give thanks and praise. I never disrespect her love, no way. She stays true to her royal days. My mission is to keep a pretty smile on her face, 'cause she's a queen that the Most I create. She's precious like the herbs I place. 'Cause she give me love, la 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 la.
It's dangling.
Love and condition. She give me more than the physical.
You know what I'm talking about, Tracy.
My woman give me love, la 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 la.
Wagwan Paul.
Unconditional.
Big up on my UK Massive.
I fell in love with the
East London Massive. Birmingham Massive.
she have her way.
London Massive.
Perfect, but she never feel like yet. No, she can be mean when she get upset, but she never disrespect. No, she's not the type to fool around. She keep just to herself. She not to go out. Good reputation around the town. She no lose. No. And she's not faced by material things. Can't fool her with no car and a bag of bling bling now. She no dinosaur, she no dinosaur skylarking. I went to touch your road, she need on a midnight skirting. No I could talk, no kind of flirting. Her respect all, 'cause she's deserving. She's independent and daily working. She's a blessing from the Most High King. My Empress give me love, she give me love, la la la. Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah, my lady give me love, la la la. Love unconditional. I fell in love
From the
with
top,
it.
from the top for all the beautiful ladies, all right? That's joining us tonight. We gotta drop it for you, man. I want to
Yeah.
style.
Woo,
Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you.
yeah. Woo.
Not true, Rosie.
She give me love, la la.
Hey, Lioness.
Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah. Say as the sunrise forward the day, that's how I wake up to her beautiful face. Unto Jah I give thanks and praise. I never disrespect her love, no way. She stays true to her royal days. My mission is to keep a pretty smile on her.
Miss, you are going about the master thing, you know.
Let the Most I create,
No, sir.
just like the herbs I
I'm on the plantation with you.
give me love, she give me love, la 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 la. Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah, my woman give me
Marcia.
love, la la la.
So good to see you.
Love unconditional. I fell in love with the spiritual. Yeah. She have her ways, 'cause no one not perfect, but she never feel like yet. No. She can be mean when she gets upset, but she never disrespect. No. She's not the type to fool around. She
Hey, EK.
to go out. Good reputation around the town. She no lose, no. And she's not faced by material things. Can't fool her with a car and a bag of bling bling now. She no dinosaur, she no dinosaur skylarking. How when she touch your road, she need on a minute skirting. No I could talk, no kind of flirting. Her respect all, cause she's deserving. She's independent and daily working. She's a blessing from the Most High King. My Empress give me love, she give me love, la 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 la. Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah, my lady give me love, love, la 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 la. Love unconditional. I fell in love with the spiritual. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Our love can never be.
Yo, Valentine, they're vibing on.
That done.
We showing love all the time. Any month, any day.
This love can never.
What am I doing for the wife?
Last.
I don't know.
Ordained by the
How about you ask what she doing for me?
sure.
Feminist.
Man is the reason for.
I feel you.
Yeah.
All hail Oprah.
I'm here to tell.
I'm dropping some tunes for you right about now. You ask me
Why?
when me and do you know easy. What kind of what?
Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Much love, Marcia. Thank you so much. You're the bomb.
Woo. She give me love. She give me love. La 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 la. Love unconditional.
Hey, Kiki.
She give me more than.
Good evening to ya.
Yeah. Say as the sunrise forward the day. That's how I wake up to her beautiful face. Unto Jah, I give thanks and praise. I never disrespect.
Oh, I'm going to David. I.
No way. She stays true to her royal days. My mission is to keep her pretty
So good to see ya.
face. Cause she's a queen that the Most I create. She's precious like the herbs I play. Cause she give me love. She give me love. La 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 la. Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah, my woman give me love, 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 la 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 la. Love unconditional. I fell in love with the spiritual. Yeah. She have her ways, cause no one not perfect. But she never feel like yet, no. She can be mean when she gets upset, but she never disrespect, no. She's not the type to fool.
We're going to be reasoning about a lot of things.
She just do herself, she don't do go out.
Some posts, I see some folks post.
Station around the town.
I'm going to invite them to come talk about the thing, but you don't know.
And she's not faced by material things. Can't fool her with a car and
What going, Cornell?
now. She no dinosaur, she no skylarking.
What going?
She wrote she need on a minute skirting. No I could talk, no kind.
Martin, what going, family?
Her respect all, cause she's the.
Good to see you, fam.
She's independent and daily working. She's a
David, I ain't easy.
blessing. My Empress give me love. She give me love. La 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 la. Love unconditional. She give me more than the physical. Yeah, my lady give me love, 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 la 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 la.
I love that, Empress. Y'all see what Lana said?
Fell in love.
Music is the therapy. Everything else is just gravy upon it.
Yeah.
Mishna bada de pasa pasana. I never said that.
Ooh.
See you still.
Our love could never be erased.
You, Lonnie Love, and Oprah, man.
And say, I'm here to let
Y'all a trip.
this love can never be replaced. It's ordained by the Most High, and that's for sure. This woman is the reason for my life. Yeah. I'm here to tell the
Gotta get a double play for dangling.
reason why.
Women said the tune
The
bad.
Empress give me love, she give me love, la 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 la.
Thanks to all the beautiful Empress of the world, you know.
Love unconditional,
I know I get love unconditionally. I'm grateful.
me more than the physical.
I don't take it for granted, all right? Enough people not getting the love.
She give me love, love, la la la.
So I'm grateful, baby.
Love unconditional. I fell in love with the spiritual.
This is Wayne Warner saying J. Cole, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I me say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cole, what you say, eh? We make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it. He's out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kalia. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive and Crew live across the globe. All right. I want to pick up everybody, but I must pause. And I gotta say a special big up, large up, respect, honor, all that to Mr. David Imu. I'm gonna read what he said here because it's gospel. The feminists are in the room. Oprah and him, the Angry Woman Coalition. It's all good. The leader's here, right? And I started dropping some tunes, some rootsy vibes, you know what I mean? Dangling and all them things, but you don't know, ain't nothing like roots for the ladies because we do that too. The ladies love the rootsy thing, that's your reverence all the time. I was asked about, is it a Valentine's Day? No, it's not. Today's 8. You know what I mean? And a man like me, guess what? Valentine's Day all the time, baby. If you're mine, celebrate that love thing every month, every week, every day, every hour. You know why? Because I love you. You know what I mean? So Mish says, what am I doing for the wife on Valentine's Day? You know what I mean? Like a couple of other people, them thinks that the Valentine's Day thing is a unilateral vibe. You know what I mean? It goes one way. It goes men to women. What you doing for your woman on Valentine's Day? And only if you do for her, should she consider doing for you. So here's the thing about the English language and all them things, right? The irony of the flames. We can put the flames up when we say fire. We have on our lighter. You have light under the ear for that, and we can burn fire. So when Mish said that, we did this: fire for you, fire. You know what I mean? But when David I said, but Mish, what be wrong with that? G Cole's just right to want a reciprocal vibe from his wife. That's between it. Yep. And then David I get the fire and all like, yo, I love fire, big up yourself, you know what I mean? Lighter. You know what I mean? So we just have to let you know the differences, okay? And of course, I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of my first responders, all my frontline people, my essential workers, we call them, right? Folks out there putting it on the line for us, doing it on a daily, making sure we're okay. All right, nurses, doctors, paramedics, our first responders, firefighters too. Got to be going up to the good law enforcement professionals. The ones that are whack, we got to fire burn you too. Fire burn, all right? Not light us up, but fire burn, all right? So, thanks to all the educators out there, to healthcare professionals in general, but all the educators, you know what I mean, mental health professionals, everybody, because right now, crazy times, all right? Don't get relaxed. Let's not get comfortable and do the madness right about now. There are a lot of things going on right about. COVID is still real out in these streets, knocking people down. So make sure y'all taking the necessary precautions, all right? All right. So I want to make sure you tell your friends to tell their friends to join us right here. We're going to have a vibe right now. And I'm going to open up the lines to a couple of folks. You know what I mean? The virtual lines. We're doing it a little differently today. You know what I mean? Linus, you know the thing go. Michelle says, David, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Reciprocal is accepted both ways. Just seeing what he has planned for the white. Lie, tell. Fire. What me say? Fire. Lie, I know what that you mean. We pick up the thing. Me and David pick up the thing a long time. Julian, what's going on? Me and David pick up the thing a long time. It's Valentine's Day every day. Yo, you see Julian? Big up yourself to hear. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. We're not making them trouble, we. We're not making them trouble, man. Lioness, I better pour my Guinness and settling for this one. I don't know. When Muta said, I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. Big up all the mail carriers, making sure the mail comes through on time. All the delivery folks, you know what I mean? Drop another tune and then I get another thing properly, alright? Chris D. Montague. Julian, no extra joy in here.
I'm going under and this time of fear there's no one to save me. And nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say.
Lodge up Canada Post.
I guess I got a lot.
USPS, y'all be tripping. I ain't fronting.
Another day,
but it's all good.
Tonight fall, and you're not here to walk me through it all. I let my guard down, and you put her up. I was kinda getting used to being someone you love.
KK. What up, Peter?
I'm going under and this time of fear there's no one to save me.
Oh man.
It's all or nothing really got away.
You don't know the thing set up, Peter.
Easy.
My condolences, you know what I mean? Thoughts and prayers go out to the live princess on the passing of her dad last week.
It's easy to say,
tough, man, tough.
I guess I got a lot to win, you know more the things. Another day, please, into nightfall, and you're not here to walk me through it all. I let my guard down, and you put her up.
Chris D. Montague, ladies and gentlemen.
Used to being someone
you love.
I'm going under and this time of fear there's no one.
So here's the deal right now. We're dropping them joints. Of course, you don't know we got to do what we got to do. We're dropping the joints. And I'm going to pull that one from the top because that one a Kiki tune. I don't know the thing set up already. But again, we got a lot of folks. I'm going to do the virtual thing, open up the virtual lines, get what we can get going. All right? Again, Mish, me here we are trying to switch up the thing right about now. You want to know what I think about it? You want to know what I think about it?
All right, liar.
You want to know what I think about it?
All right, liar.
Yep. That's what I think about it. So here's what's going to happen right about now. I'm going to bring a Virgin of mine on. We're going to talk some things, all right? We're going to talk about Wagwan Hope. How you doing? And for all the people who say pull it up, we're going to pull it up for you. We got you covered. But let's open up some things and do things a little bit differently for a second. You know what I mean? You've seen this gentleman, doing his thing on the radio as well as live stream, doing his thing, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best in the biz. You know, ill DJ too. You might not see him on the ones and twos as often as you normally see him before, but he doing what, you know what I mean? We're talking about Mr. Sean Garrity. Garrity, what going? Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Boy, your HD like a what? How you talk about? Cool, man. The Bentley got good sound. I'll tell you that. Bentley got good sound. What going on, brother?
Not much, man. Up on the road as usual.
That's what's up. We got to grind, right? When you get up on the road, the bills get paid, you know.
Yeah, man. The 9 to 5 is my 9 to 5, bro.
I feel you. Just don't let it turn into a 9 to 9. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy.
Crazy like that, bro.
May I ask you something real quick right away? Because I started the show, right? Dropping some rootsy tunes, you know what I mean? Some dangling. And I'm have a nice little tune, love song. She give me love. Bad, rootsy thing. Somebody, one lady named Mish, right? You know Mish already. Trouble. Loosely translated trouble. She said, ask me, what am I doing for my wife on Valentine's Day, right? Automatically, you know. Now, you tell me you get this vibe too. A lot of people out there think that this Valentine's Day thing and this romance thing is a one-way street where it's the men expressing it to the women. The women ain't got to do nothing but show up. Do you get that vibe and that energy from a lot of these ladies in the streets nowadays?
You know, sadly, that is the norm, and I refute that norm immensely, because we in the demand. It's less men than women. And usually when the commodity is scarce, then you have to treat it right. But this whole real romantic thing kind of different. We run them down and I choose them and I do this for them and all them fool. Yo, me no to the brother.
More sample that I make a dub plate out of it. More make a dub plate out of it say a while ago.
Yes, man. It backward, man. It backward.
Backward bad. And again,
like you say,
maybe we need to turn it around. Maybe we need to start exercise the market value. I mean, we need to exercise this whole supply and demand thing, all right? Because right now the real estate market, for those people who are buying homes right about now, the market inflated. People are asked what they want people to pay more cash above the asking price and all them things. Why? Because the supply exceeds the demand exceeds the supply. So what happened pretty much is this. I can't be mad at them. It's business 101. So right now, since we in demand, right? We start right about now. Can a brother get a back rub? I mean, we're not sensitive to it. You know what I'm saying? Can I get some flowers or at least a Best Buy gift card or something like that? What do you think?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly my point. Because they think that we don't need that level of attention too. We could do well with a back rub too. We could do well with a kiss on the neck. We don't have to always be the aggressors. Ladies, if you want it, go for it. If you appreciate the dude, show the dude. Don't just dress up in some lingerie and then expect him to take it off. Get him some nice undies and you take it off. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yo, we're talking about bump all that fruit of the loom stuff. Give me something Gucci, dang it. You know what I mean? Something nice. But realistically speaking, though, I do get that certain things. I remember having a conversation with a sister of mine one time, and we were talking about the whole child support vibe came up, and I make no bones about it. I think she was really convinced. By the way, the people I'm showing you, mad love, Julian, Mish, everybody showing you mad love, Garrett, them said big up. So she spoke of child support as almost like something that men paid to women. You know what I'm saying? She never once looked at it as something that, okay, well, if the child is with the father, then a woman would pay child support. But I feel like this is an issue that we've been going on. People put men as the sexist ones, but if you really study the thing carefully, sexism come from women a lot more than it come from men. Would you agree?
Of course, 150%. Look, I love my ladies, but sometimes they're talking about equality and all that stuff. But really and truthfully, they have the upper hand in so many things. But they just certain little things that they want that quote unquote equality with. And it's like, nah. Because the problem is, as you talk about the child support thing, is as soon as a situation breaks apart with the guy and the girl, right? Mm-hmm. If the girl takes the kid, the girl does everything with the kid. And the father's like, yo, what? I need an input. So she enrolls him in private school. She enrolls him in private daycare. She enrolls him in all these things, and it costs $10,000 a month. And all of a sudden, he's responsible. He can't even see the kid.
No, so fire for that.
You know what I'm saying? He had no business in where the kid was going, but somehow the system says he got to pay 90% of it. I'm like, what? That's crazy, son. That's crazy. But you have to be equal to men. Come on, man. Let's just keep it real. You just want that money.
Amen.
LeBron is the best. What position LeBron play in the NBA? What is
power
it?
Forward.
Power forward. He's the highest paid power forward. You don't see all the other power forwards talking about, oh, we need to get paid like LeBron. No, because they know it's a different scale. It's a different scale.
You ain't no Bron.
You know what I'm saying? So when
your jump shot ain't fire like Bron. I'm sorry.
So when the WNBA saying they should get paid the same as the NBA, no, it's not. It's not the same. No. It's not the same. I get it. A surgeon is a surgeon, right? But let's be clear. Everybody's going to get paid, but we're not going to get the same pay for the same job. We're not, right? If it's in the same company, that company has issues. But across the board, because I'm working at Chase and I make $10,000 a month as a teller, and you're at Citibank and make $5,000, this not the same. It's two different companies.
Right.
That's all I'm saying, man.
And if you want to get paid more, come over to Chase, right?
Come over to Chase.
Come over to Chase.
Yeah, but if Chase is paying their tellers, the men tell us $10,000, woman tell us $5,000, then I could understand the issue. But if it's not the same, people, that's all I'm saying. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for that, but it's
No, but you're keeping it real. And here's the funny thing about it. Again, there's a group that exists out there called the AWC, right? The Angry Woman Coalition, right? They're founded in Palm Beach, and spearheaded by Mish, right? So she's like the leader of the group. She says here, because total different thing we're talking about. No, she always go down the road there. She said, "You men get all that, but prefer it from the side chick." You see it? I don't know where that come from. And out of far left, prefer it from the side chick. You know what I mean? Here's my thing. Here's what I would say to the ladies if them have an issue with the side chick. Go have a conversation with the side chick one day. I say you must keep the man in them. I say you must keep the man and maintain a relationship with the man. But if you got a side chick problem, it's like if you got a roach problem, right? If you got a roach problem, don't you go get your roach repellent and take it up with the roaches? So if you got a side chick problem, go take it up with the side chick. Find out from the side chick what it is. Why is it that my man was able to come to you or you were able to infiltrate our relationship? Find that out. And again, not saying stay with the man, but find out what the problem is instead of automatically brand the side chick as a problem or the man as a problem. Because maybe you are the problem.
Well, let's say half the time, when an athlete doesn't do well, they blame the coach.
True that. But I don't know, brother.
You should look at the side chick as a relationship, everything to the dude. You can be some things, but not everything. And some of you ladies know that you're not putting out for what your man wants. And then you get upset if he goes and gets it somewhere else. Whatever that thing is, you get upset if he goes somewhere else. But you never ever look into yourself. You never retrospect and say, maybe I'm not doing this. Maybe I'm in a different way. Maybe I need to start listening to what he's telling me. Because clearly, Air Mattress Amy is giving him what he wants. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yo, what's your name? What's your name? Hola, what's your name?
I saw it on a meme, Air Mattress Amy. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. Because here's the funny thing about it. Again, people always look at, because here's the deal. And this goes for men and women across the board. Look at it this way. None of us are above the trials and tribulations of Bun, of Joe Grind, of Josephine Grind. All right. So at the end of the day, figure out, are you doing everything you're supposed to do? Are you treating the person at home like $1 million? And then some people are going to think about it just from the physical and sexual standpoint because they always assume that men cheat because it's just physical and women cheat because it's emotional. Because here's the difference. It's when a man cheat, it's just a physical thing and I'm greedy. It's when a woman cheat, there's this disposition that they've had for years and they keep on building on it to say that it must have been something that the man did why she go out there and cheat. Two things. One, maybe some floozy out there and the floozy infiltrate your thing. And to be perfectly honest with you, enough people are complaining about side chick and have a homegirl that's a side chick, or they were a side chick, or they've done the side chick gig, or are they currently a side chick, or they just got promoted from a side chick. So everybody have beef with the side chick. Have a convo with the side chick. Have a convo. No shots fired, David.
You got the conversation. Because you, like you said, you're blaming the men and you think it's all physical. But the truth is, I think men have been totally misunderstood when it comes to this relationship game. We yearn for that emotional vibe as well. We yearn for that. But you know, they want the guy to be their everything, their knight in shining armor, their best lover, the best listener. They want him to dance on a pole for them, and they just sit with their arms folded. He went to this other chick. Why? Come on, man. If you're not, you ladies, be honest with yourselves. You know you're not giving the man 100%. You know you're not. Some of you know you're not doing that. And if you're not doing it, and the man goes and gets somewhere else, it is what it is. You know, so take care of you.
Take care, yeah. Don't stop going like a man alone because they make it seem. David, I say, I know I'm crazy, but I'm never concerned about Bun. If my woman wants something more than I have to offer, she's welcome to move on to the said other man. David, that's very profound. It's commendable. but there is a little bit of a misunderstanding here. Here's how the bond thing work, right? It's not normal. It's something that you decide upon mutually, all right? That right there is an orgy. We're talking about bond where you don't know nothing about, right? She coming back home. Everything is good, but you're getting bond. All right. Bun means she out the road that do her thing and I come back. She may like the fact that you can cook. She may like the fact that boy you take care of the bills and the whole nine. But there's some reason why she out there get bun. And guess what? Let's just call a spade a spade. The reason might not be you. Maybe she just have a Tom Brady issue and she just love throw the thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody running out, they're willing to catch it and she throw it. Go long. You know what I mean? 50 yards. So it is what it is. Some people just loosen at them things, you know. It may not be your fault.
No, but it's not even loose. It's just that's that person, and they've pigeonholed themselves into this monogamistic relationship, and they know within themselves that's not them. But because they're in a society that says that's the norm, and if you do otherwise, you're abnormal or something is wrong with you, then that's why they squeeze themselves into this relationship in a very unhappy state and create all kinds of problems and do all kinds of things that does not fit them. That's why I say even with men too, if you know you're not a monogamous person, don't fool yourself or fool the other person that you want to get married. Not to just one person. If you want to have 2 or 3 girls, take the time and find the 3 girls that don't mind being married to you at the same time. That's what you got to do. Don't marry this one chick and then go look for this other chick on the side and think it's going to be okay. It's not okay. Find the people who are like you, who can deal with it, because it takes a certain level of maturity and a certain level of understanding of oneself and a certain level of understanding of a relationship, of the dynamics of a relationship, right? If you don't have that, why are you going to force this person into what you know you're not going to be committed to? Because the whole thing comes back to commitment. What's your commitment level to this type of relationship? And if it's not, it's like a job. If it's not what you like, then find the one that you like. Do the thing that you love. Because people do the same thing with their jobs. They go to these jobs they don't like, and they go in there every day because it pays the bills. It pays the bills. Well, guess what? If you didn't have that job, you could have found another one that still pays the bills. Right. But we're not taking the time. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that.
So
you know, you mentioned
you're being disingenuous.
You mentioned the commitment level, you know. You mentioned the commitment level. So yeah. Does the commitment level have to be 100? Suppose your commitment level is around 75. That's a pass, you know. That's a C. I go up towards the B section of things, right? So can you handle these relationships to that commitment level of 70%?
Again, it depends on it. Can that other person deal with it as well? You know what I'm saying? You have some relationships out there that you wouldn't even believe exist. Relationships where, you know, when on a sexual level, it is so wide. You're like, whoa, how does that even exist? How is that a thing? But it is a thing, right? For those people that are in that situation. But when you yourself, as Mr. John Tom, know that you can't settle with one chick, know that you only like chick between the age of 20 and 40, why are you getting married or telling a girl who's 50 that you won't get married to her? You know, after 2 weeks, you're going to be like, and then you're going to break her heart, or she get mad, she stab your tires, stab you, stab the other chicks. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is unnecessary. You could just avoid it all by just, look, Ma, you're cute and everything, but you're 50. I only like girls between the years 20 and 40. I'm sorry. You've got to be brutally honest when it comes to relationships. It's not being mean. It's being honest to yourself and the people you're trying to get involved with. Because I'm telling you, man.
I dig that. But there are perks to the 50-year-old lady. You know, trust me, because at least you ain't going to hear. So, you know what you're not going to hear?
Yeah.
We got to talk.
and
guess what happened? You know what I mean? It works better for the budget.
Yeah, if it works for you. You know, but again, you just have to take your time and find the person that worked for you. I'm not, because it was high school sweetheart means that I'm married and live happily ever after. Them the relationship end up in a murder. That's what I realized on TV.
True. Especially with thick up Keisha walk out the road. If it cool, it takes thick up Keisha. Heather says, okay, I'm gonna throw in my 2 cents. This is in general. I think that people need to stop throwing shade on people who do treat each other like $1 million, calling them whipped or whatever or what have you. They get stigmatized for putting their significant other in the highest category of care. Why? Stop shaming that. I think that is so true but here's a whip thing though. More than likely, they refer to men as whip, not the women, right? But she's so right.
Stigmatized.
Stigmatized is the word. Oh, schniggity. When my fire level. Bang, bang, bang. Or you can say they are addicted. But that's a whole different thing. The thing is, she's very, very much right though. If you have a man who just adores a significant other and just put her on a pedestal, and I'm gonna go the route of man toward woman, put her on a pedestal, treats her a certain way, you do have that stigma. And guess what the funny thing about it? You would assume that that stigma comes from other men. A lot of times it comes from other women too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So appreciative to Lioness for that one. Julian says, suppose your woman doesn't want to move on, but want to keep both of you. Listen, keep both of them on them. Listen, certain people open for certain things. I know what kind of shows don't work for me. So maybe, like I said, honesty is key here. Not every man or even woman is open to the multiplicity and you're two people. Me personally, like I've mentioned in another show, for me, it's way more than the physical. That's my secret keeper. That's a person who knows my ins and outs. And I mean, who's to tell, say, she have somebody else and that person can't influence her. Next thing you know, I'm the one that got stabbed and people rolling away with my dough. I might up here run rampant in the streets. I'll try and find them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the honesty. All about the honesty, bro.
Man, I think this is a great conversation because on my podcast coming up on Thursday, well, what I'm talking about is the one that got away, memoirs of the ex that could have been, and some people take that as if you're married now with somebody else, it means that you're still lusting after that person. No, you never know what happened, why you guys broke up. You never know. Maybe that person passed away. Right. Maybe they got a job opportunity that just broke the camel's back, but you moved on. It's important to be honest again to yourself about these situations where you are emotionally, because let me tell you, my grandmother used to say that every one of them stick a bush. Right? I mean, I tell you, Bridget, every woman me know we're married right now, have a man out there, what can squeeze them head right now, and vice versa. Right. But you don't do. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it because you're committed here now. And you know, say the man is like poison to your soul, and that's why you let him go. But you know, say if one away, you know, say him can't squeeze your head, but you're strong. Cause you know, you have a strong. You know, you're gonna mess up the good thing you have at home, and for the brother where you squeeze your head, probably you know same as problems too, you know, and you know very well say this ain't going nowhere. It's just a squeeze, you know what I mean? But next thing, and that's why I always say it comes down to the math, right? If you can do the math and add it up and say, you know something, what I'm finding out here on the corner is worth more than what I have at home, because if I get busted, then I might lose what I have at home. Then knock yourself out. You know what I mean? But if you do the math and it ain't adding up and it ain't worth it and you're not willing to lose what you've got at home, then it is what it is. David, I say overstood, but still welcome the bun. David, I sample man. Maybe I welcome the bun. I'll figure it out at some point. Then I'll happily move on then. Still not concerned about the bun. I'm telling you something. Figure it out at some point. Right now, you have some people that get 10, 13, 20, 40 years of bun and don't know all know. Right? And then the last thing you want is you want to find out in their prime, you know. You need to find out in their prime when you have candidacy and you can't move on. But ain't nothing worse than you find out when you're up on the down skirts. You know what I mean? One day you leg them no longer than the other. You know what I'm saying? The finances them done dwindle. Your abs you used to have inverted and all them looking thing there. So it's the wrong time to find out. But I have to commend David and say, boy, that's some confidence there. I like it. I dig it. Listen, man. Sometimes you have to be honest. I know it's born out there running a brother. But I run. You see me? And on a body fault. But here's the thing now. I had learned something from this guy when I was working. I had this job a couple years ago. And you know what this guy said one day? This guy is actually a gay guy. And he was married, had kids, the whole 9 yards, grew the kids up and everything. And I guess he found out that he liked men more, right? So in our conversation about relationships, you know, we're talking about infidelity. And he said, let's call him John. John said, you know, there is my relationship now, there's no 5-minute lollipop licking that I'm going to risk my relationship for. And it's a value system that you assign to your relationship that becomes important more than the physical aspect of it, you know, because you have to value the person you're with. You have to value the time you spend with them. You have to value what you build with them. You have to value the connection that you have with them. So again, as John said, no 5-minute lollipop lick is worth my relationship.
Wow.
So if you approach it that way, sometimes in whatever kind of relationship you have, heterosexual, asexual, whatever it is, right? However you approach it, that's how you have to look at it. It's
Right.
not worth it. Yeah, and especially you know, like I'm afraid to tell no G Cole. Me's a one burner, you know. See me?
Right.
Me can't juggle. See it?
Can't miss
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
knock 3, 4, and 5 women. Me not knock them on the neither. But me
Right.
just know say that's what I mean. You see me?
I feel you. And that's a good thing about it. Recognizing that, accepting that, and acknowledging that. Because here's the thing. Talk about the whole one burner situation. Yeah, I'm a proud one burner. It's all good. You know what I mean? But here's a funny thing about the one burner situation. You have some people who set them on a one burner until them girl burner get turned on. So it's the thing about it is that man, but yo, you don't know other things set up already. Monogamy enough for we can squeeze another one, so forth. And I'm gonna do him thing and then he find out say, boy, okay, she subscribed to the same theory. All of a sudden, he's in the asylum. You know what I mean? Julie say, evening G-Code, what's up? Evening everyone. Easy. Julian Lee says, why stabbing though? It are going on the streets. Have you seen Snapped? It go on up in Palm Beach. They be stabbing people like crazy. Mish says, reading a research date March 2020 that states that men cheat because lack of maturity, garbage, co-occurring issues, garbage, infertility issues, garbage, lack of responsibility, garbage, love is gone, garbage, childhood trauma, garbage, overconfidence, garbage, monogamy, selfishness, revenge, no chemistry, lack of spontaneity. Well, we can do them thing there. Like I said earlier, Mish, right? At the end of the day, why is it that you can find research out there that will legitimize why the woman cheat, right? And then villainize why the man does. Why it's always a whack reason. And again, coming at the masculinity. Remember, let's go back to the things you just said. You just said that men cheat because of Garrity. You're back in the building. I'm gonna read what Mish said before. Because I'm saying to her pretty much right now that this substantiates the theory that I have that says men are villainized for what they do, but the women are not. And this comes most times from a woman. She says that the research shows, and first of all, why in the hell is a research showing this? I don't know. That men cheat because of lack of maturity. Anytime a man does something wrong, they always have to find a way for come feminist. Normally, masculinity or maturity or something like that. Co-occurring issues, infertility issues, lack of responsibility, love is gone, childhood trauma, overconfidence, monogamy, selfishness, revenge, no chemistry, lack of spontaneity. Whatever happened to you have a crisis at a woman on the crisis and you just feel like you find something better, right? But I guarantee you said the research has shown, I guarantee that same research from 2020 has shown that women cheat because of something the man do, because she's just not fulfilled, because he's just not being the man for her and all them things. And Mish, like I told about the fire situation, this fire is not a good fire. All right, it's not a fire. This is a fire burn for your argument. It's not right. What do you think about that one, Garrity?
Kasafe.
Fire. That's the thing. That's the thing I got to deal with all the time from the Angry Women Coalition. You know what I mean? They do what they do. Jacqueline says, real talk, gentlemen. Heather Liner says, couldn't think of a term for the women whipped. You know what? You're right. Sometimes the woman addicted. You remember what I'm saying? Addicted. All right. David I says, what annoys me is the assumption that all men will cheat and not want to cheat. The broad brushing thing, you know. And Garrity, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Again, we always talk about sexism and sexist because a lot of people make it seem like it's a man thing. But here's the thing. You know what I find? I find that when most of the ladies talk about men, them broad brush thing, because every man is the same, right? But when you talk about the ladies now, you need to talk about them individually because every woman is an individual. You ever get that before? What pleases her is not going to please me. What tickles her fancy doesn't tickle mine. We are all individuals. If she did it, it doesn't mean I will. But every man gets painted with the broad brush. Do you feel that?
Every man a dog. It's Chris Rock had his. I gotta go now, but because I reached my destination. But before I go, it's like Chris Rock had this the stand up that he said, you know, the girls in the club and the rapper or the singer is talking about, you know, getting hit in the face with a lollipop. You know what I'm saying? And say, he ain't talking about me. He ain't talking about me.
Remember that?
That's kid. And that's exactly what that is, man.
My brother, listen, give thanks for joining me today, man. I know you got to go. We got to do this again. when I'm back in the studio live, if I pass you, we're gonna do a live one for you. But again, thank you so much for rocking out with us, man. I appreciate it. Let the masses know when your podcast comes on and where they can get it.
All right, you can get it at Listen to Us Radio on Thursday mornings between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. And then we got a rebroadcast. I don't even know what time Flex FM runs it, but they run it. But that's the time you get it. And we're setting it up on Anchor right now, so you get it, get the link when it's posted. But Thursdays 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on listentousradio.com for the live broadcast, man. Come check it out. And we got a WhatsApp group that that's on fire during the show. Because sometimes y'all people don't like to talk. You like to text.
I get that a lot. Sometimes I say, yo, call in. No, they don't want to call in.
It's a new norm, man. All right, text me in. Come on, man. Anyhow, man, that's my time, people. Appreciate it. Julian and all the family. Mitch, I'm big up on myself. I'll see you at another party, man.
All right, brother. Give thanks, all right?
Cool.
Lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Garrett is stopping through and having a good time with us, all right? EK, you're tuning this. Chris D. Montague, all right, big one. Martin said, I think most people would be with one significant other if they spent more time on the choosing process. I believe that sex too early make too many people stick to some situation where them should have leg a long time. Jano, choose better, you will end up with better. A match, and a good match is just that. Yo, tell you something. You know what? I love it when the fellas talk like that because they always make it seem like yo, the fellas, them, we just reckless out in these streets and whatnot, not. All right. So we're gonna bring on. Actually, I think I need to bring on one of the ladies too, so we can get it done. You're so right, Martin. Man, I'll tell no lie. You couldn't be more right. Now, me personally, like Garrity was saying, some people have exes that could have been the one. I don't have one single ex that could have been the one. That's why they're an ex. That's just me. Not one single ex that could be the one, but that's just my theory. Not you, Kiki. All right. Not you, Kiki. All right. Lioness. And let's see here. So I want to bring on one of the ladies, So let's see what are going on, what we can get done right about now. Let's see what we can get done, because it's never okay to just get the fella's opinion. All right, especially we got these beautiful ladies out here in these streets creating nothing but problems. Heather says, big words, Martin. I agree 100%. Trust me, the ladies support where you say, Martin. Trust me. And that's coming from the fellas, all right? Don't think that the man them just out here run rampant and don't know about the love thing. You know what I mean? EK, what's popping? David, I agree. Not true. It's the ladies' time now. So we're going to figure something out. Kiki, what's popping? So hold on, you know what? Get somewhere going on real fast. All right, let's see here. Angry Woman Coalition out there big time, Big up Kiki says, Mish said, have more calling by men. Love to hear their talk. Yeah, man. I know say you love hear the talk, so you can do what you want, and ridicule the man them big time or whatever the case may be. But guess what? We gonna bring the ladies in because it's very important for us to get the ladies' opinion and see what go on. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the lovely Miss Julianne Lee. You always here in the chat room. I have a good time. Julianne, what go on?
Not much. Hey guys. Hey, Mr. G. Cole. How you doing? Here you're causing trouble on the line.
Never. I'm harmless. You know this, man. Like a no-teeth dog. I be about my bark and we can't bite nobody. You know what I mean? Like a no-teeth puppy.
But I let that go forward.
I am harmless. I will say it without apology. I am harmless.
Take off the list.
So from that conversation you heard Garrity and I having just now, and you sit back and you're listening. I won't even ask you anything specific. I'm just going to say, what's your take on that conversation?
Well, I agree that, women can sometimes be, what's the word I'm looking for? Unfairly demanding. right? Okay, man, you burn down the room, in.
I love it.
No, we
Lighter.
can be unfairly demanding, but then, like with any conversation that's assumed, both sides do it also, right? So we're not trying to say that women don't do it at all, women cheat, men cheat. Yes, I do disagree with the percentage. You will always say it's more women than men. I go on the other end. I would say more men cheat than women, but I am agreeing that women cheat too. Okay,
49-51, like 49-51, right?
We'll leave it at that.
I hear you. I hear you. And guess what? Things happen in life. Sometimes some people's theory on it is pretty much that you were in the wrong relationship from the get-go. And I'm gonna be honest, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of wrong relationships, and it's not anything new.
Right.
Many of our grandparents and so forth, and moms and dads put on the front out in the street, but when they go home, they're going 2 separate beds, but they just have too much things invested thus far. I'm 50, 60 years old. My thing not turn up like it used to be. What used to be up is now down. So who want me now? So guess what? Guess what we're gonna stick this thing out together.
I just had a visual.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Down south, baby. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things where a lot of people stick in situations that they shouldn't be in.
Yeah. Like the guy, you had somebody that typed in that stay in situation should have gone a long time.
A long time. You see, I've said this over and over, and I say it proudly. I am not a cheater. I've never been a cheater. What I was a breakup specialist, a breakup artist. If we feel left, we are left.
So hold on. So you, as a breakup specialist, with one girl, you see another one you want.
No.
So you break up before you go to the other one.
Not the case, but even if that was the case, I would probably choose that option. I'd rather.
So what is the case? What is the actual case?
To me, most of the times when I bounce, it's just because it's ran its course. I realize that there's incompatibility, and also realize that it was just a physical connection. And sometimes, once or twice, we entered into an agreement, thinking that we're both just chilling and we're casual, and then somebody thing change. If you're feeling change and mine don't change, I'm not the bad guy. All right, I'm sticking to the original contract. Okay.
So your feelings never change. Your feelings never change.
In those scenarios, no. If I ever enter into a situation that's just supposed to be a casual physical situation, it's not gonna change. No, not gonna change. No promotions around here. None whatsoever. No. All right. No, we're temp workers. If we come in as a temp workers, ain't no full-time gig, no promotions, no none of that thing. But I was back in
no promotions. Okay.
None whatsoever. David, I said, what up, Julianne Lee? Heather Lioness said, see it there? See it there? See it there? Julianne, David has a question for you, and I think because he figures more or less that you have the knowledge. Maybe it's just that of being a woman, or maybe that being a player. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because you got, you know what I mean? The word is the word. So his question is, why do women cheat? And he's asking you now to speak, which you should be comfortable with because y'all do this all the time. Speak on behalf of the entire agenda. Why do women cheat?
Clarify when you say y'all do this all the time. What do you mean?
No. Y'all, when I say y'all do this all the time, I'm not talking about cheat. I'm talking about speak on behalf of the whole agenda. So
no, I will speak on behalf of what I think.
All right. Well, let me know why you did it. Let me know why you do it.
I don't cheat.
I misunderstood. My bad.
Yeah, you really misunderstood.
My bad.
Why do women cheat though? For the same reason men cheat. Whatever reason men say that they cheat, it's the same reason that women cheat. Because women
you have no idea how much I appreciate that answer.
I said, man, you burn down the place.
Jano Star.
Listen, women will cheat because, okay, you say it's emotional, they're not getting anything at home. I know men who cheat because of the same reason, right? So it's not any reason why a man cheats, women cheat for that same reason. And any reason a woman cheat, you're going to find some men that cheat for the same reason. So it's just a why do people cheat?
Right.
Not why do men cheat or why do women cheat? I know I'm losing some brownie points in the female group, but hey.
But for the men, you just got sexier and sexier
and
sexier right about now. You know what I mean? Sexier and sexier and sexier. G says, send Julie that special light you have.
It just went out, David.
But you see, the thing is, here's the thing, David. You see, I need this light, right? Julie's light shines from within. You
Oh,
know what I'm
Lord,
saying?
oh,
So I
Lord,
think,
oh,
so I think, turn
When
up.
you
You know
know
what I mean?
about lying or
Nah.
exaggerating.
No, Lioness said that's a big one actually. If you're in a casual thing and one person feeling change, but they don't tell the other, they just start quietly expecting more and get vexed when it doesn't happen. That is lack of transparency and, communication for real. Here's the thing though,
Okay, that's
Lioness and Julian. She did communicate it, you know. But again, I want to tell you that the fact that you communicated does not mean I'm obligated to accept the new contract. I'm cool with the other contract, all right? I'm cool with what it was. And then, if you're not really pleased with the situation, then we can move our separate ways. But why you vexed with me? Why you vexed with me? Now remember, you know, this is
because
I was
your
a young
feelings
man.
didn't change at the same time.
Yeah, but it don't work that way. We have a contract, we have an arrangement. So what do you mean? My thing that
Oh, you
change.
actually signed paper?
Well, it's a verbal contract. Stand up in court too. You know what I mean? See, EK agrees with you when she says women cheat for the same reasons men do. I love that. Heather says, on a side note, I hope G Cole has travel insurance. Named bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean?
True.
Jane Alba says, I speak for myself, not for the whole gender, and I never class all men as the same. I.e. cheaters. You think turn up right now. You think turn up. Turn up. You know what I mean? Dropping the sugar. I don't know. I'm molasses. I'm a middle name, and I want to tell you, Lioness. You know what I'm saying? So, Julian, here's the thing. I've been having a conversation now, and this is going to swing now from the whole fidelity versus infidelity thing, because Joe Grind out our road, I run the thing. Turn up. You know what I mean? Joe Grind is out there doing him thing. All right. And so is Josephine Grind. Because at the end of the day, the women doing what they do just the same. Can't get around it. Now, let me drop something. I need to drop something for them people. I need to drop something for these folks in a hot minute, because I gotta show the world something. So I saw something the other day, right? Which I'm gonna get into shortly. Do you find that men nowadays know how to approach a woman, or they've lost that essence? I remember when I was a young kid. You couldn't even remember Donnie.
No. Okay, I let you finish. Sorry for interrupting.
No, sir.
Sorry for interrupting you, Mr. Host. But
the AWC has not found another recruit. But the thing is,
they haven't found another recruit. It's just that, certain things.
It's right off the bat. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I've heard that conversation come up a lot. I remember when I was young, finesse and being able to speak to a woman meant so much. It's almost like we practice. It's almost like we rehearse. We almost like we working on our game so that we can go up there. And when I say game, it doesn't mean to mislead anybody or whatever the case may be, but just being able to court a woman, to speak to a woman properly. You know what I'm saying?
If you are practicing that, you guys guys like you need to have some kind of webinar, seminar, something, because that art is lost, because back in the day they'd be so slick.
Right.
It's not slick. It's sometimes scary, sometimes just downright. No, they need lessons.
Well, so here's what I'm gonna go into this thing now that I'm talking about. So here's a dealie, right? I saw something the other day, and sometimes you see things and you know that these things must have effects, cause and effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meteor falls from the sky, hits the earth, there's going to be an effect, right?
Okay.
Out in the ocean, we get our high tides, we get all kind of things, cause and effect, right? Pollution goes out there, cause and effect, right? So I saw something the other day, and I don't want to keep things to myself, so I drop it for the masses. Actually.
Oh Jesus!
You know what I mean? I was minding my business, right? Minding my business.
Apparently not enough.
And this popped up. You know what I mean? So here's my. Let me lift it up there. So here's my question for you, right? My question for you is this. You see, like when somebody wins a Grammy and them say, well, how has your life changed since the Grammy? You know what I'm saying? Somebody wins the Oscar. I was like, how's your life changed, right? How has your life changed since this picture went up on social media?
So that's why you started this conversation.
I'm just saying.
Listen, yes.
Life changed? Because I don't normally see those pictures from Julian. I don't normally see the whole squad out. I don't normally see everybody in the group. I normally see you know what I mean? Just you. I don't normally see the rest of the singers. I don't see Kelly. I don't see Michelle.
You don't see the backup. You don't see the supporting act.
I'm just saying. Well, go on, Newton. What's popping? So talk to me. How has your life changed since you dropped that album?
I've gotten some fans.
Oh, the fan base.
Fanatics, fans. You know,
Sliding up in your DMs and stuff.
yeah, I have some of those. Yeah, some interesting ones.
So
Some interesting ones. I looked on a couple of them, and a couple of them were really slick, and I said, "Nice, yeah, that's the way to do it." A couple others were. This is not the way to approach a woman.
Wow.
This is not the way to approach a woman.
So you put the picture up, DMs start blowing up. Percentage wise, because I know it's a lot of people who've been reacting to it. I'm presuming it's a lot of people, all right? And when I say a lot, it may be less than 100, but above 85. So the thing is, would you say that you've had more positive interactions with the people who are sliding in the DMs? Or most of it has been trash?
No, more positive. I do have to say more positive. I've been surprised with, you have some people that you're Facebook friends with, or Instagram or whatever, and don't hear nothing from them, and all of a sudden they in your DMs.
Damn pastor and the deacon, the fun. Hallelujah, girl. Slide up in here, try to bless the flock. Woo! I understand.
No pastors or deacons. Nobody from the church.
The New Episcopal Church of Latter-day Saints. No.
None of those representatives.
Okay.
But yes, it has been more positive, but yeah, some of those are just like, no, you should not be allowed to be on Facebook or Messenger or whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you got any other people who slid in your DM saying hi, trying to introduce themselves, but they got no profile picture? Have you gotten some of those too?
That was even before that picture.
That was just a normal thing.
That was just a normal thing.
Wow. And when you look on a family pictures, like all of them have no face. Like, baby picture, no face. Like you getting older.
Hold on. That's another thing. A lot of them, they have no faces. You're on Facebook and you can't see a picture with who have their account. I mean, come on. So amen. I treat it like a phone number I don't know. I see it ringing. I'm like, do I know it? Nope. Okay, no answer. So that's the same thing. You're on Facebook or Instagram and you have an account and you can't see any representative of what the person looks like.
So would you ever entertain one of the positive ones that came on social media? The DM, slide up. Trevor?
Steve-on?
Would you entertain?
Hey,
because they don't have to come through me now. They gotta come through They gotta come through the committee.
They gotta come. And who is on said committee?
Me alone. What are you talking about?
You alone? Okay. All right. So if I go back through and see any, I will say, you have to speak to the committee member.
You forward them over. We'll do the screen check.
Forward them over, and you will do all the searching, background checks, and everything like that. Okay.
Mad. Now we gonna leave the cheating thing alone and all those things, because here's the deal. It happens.
Heather is right.
Heather is
right. She said Julie got the slack boys in her DMs now.
Hey.
Some of them, yes.
Maybe a slack girl, a slack boy. And I mean, Julie, you ever look at it that way, Heather? Heather, you ever look at it that way?
No.
Lioness. Kiki says nobody court each other again. They just want to get to it, and anything happens after they either move on or remain bitter. You know something, Kiki? You may be right about that. But in today's, well, I shouldn't say today's ladies, but a lot of women that I've heard speak up of lately, guess what the thing now? That seems to be what they're looking for. As somebody who's just going straight to the point and say, my girl, man, the holiday in because the budget ain't all that. You know what I mean? We going straight for it.
Well, here's my response to that. I don't think that is ultimately what women are looking for now, but they would rather that than go through a 2-3 month charade, right? Not that they necessarily want to be satisfied with it. Or let's go holiday in, hotel, motel, holiday in. However, we would rather that. I know me personally, I don't know about other women out there. I'd rather that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'd probably tell you no, but
Right.
I'd rather that.
Yvonne?
I'd rather that than this whole 2-3 month worth, and then you think everything is gravy, and then the night at the Holiday Inn, hotel, motel, whatever, 6 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why waste 2-3 months, right?
So let's cut to the chase.
If you put it that way, yeah, cut to the chase. But
And then at least it gives you the opportunity to say yeah or nay. It gives you the opportunity to say yeah or nay and not play a part of the game.
True.
Well, so here's the thing though. David I says, Julie, what are your quality preferences in men?
Okay, first of all, I don't want, and I guess this is all women or most women, I don't want an a-hole. I don't know what I can say on.
Our thing, you can't say it. Our thing.
No, but I am looking for somebody that, you know, regular, can hold a conversation, knows how to treat a woman, as far as they don't have to be, you know, multimillionaire, billionaire, or gazillionaire, but, you know how to treat a woman, know how to talk to a woman, not talk down, not, you know, not talk as if they're, you know, dirt on the bottom of the shoe, you know, but talk to a woman, have a conversation.
And that happens though in this day and age when you meet somebody. I mean, I know there's abusive relationship and people stay a certain way, but you're talking about, we're talking about what kind of men you like and how you're going to get. Do people really, men out there, have that approach where they just start off negative like that? I
haven't met any that started off like that, but you know, that's what a dating process is, right? You meet a person and you see all the glamour and the glitz and the nice attitudes go forward and whatever when you meet somebody. But dating is where you get to, you go out somewhere, you know, how do they act? How do they talk? How do they talk to servers? How do they, you know, treat people around? If you have to wait in a line for however long, you know, what's the attitude? You know, the shouting. Do they drink till they're drunk and they're plastered and that kind of thing? So that's what dating is all about. So no, the guys that have approached me, their approach has been, you know, like you go up to a club or you meet somebody through mutual friends or stuff like that. But then you date to find out more about them. Right.
I feel. Well, David, hopefully that answers the questions. Newton says there are a few of us left. I guess there are a few good guys and whatnot. Julie says, I'm not about the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I need some intellectual conversation.
Yeah. Yep.
Not too deep, yeah, man. Sometimes, you know.
What did you just say, Mr. Cole?
Too deep, yeah. I'm telling you, well, Holiday Inn, I try to make money too. Economy rough. Support the business. Kiki said, there you go. Before me settle for just a hookup relationship, me stay up on my own. You know something?
I guess you don't like that statement, Gregory.
No, I'm cool. I'm not big on the hookup things or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. David I says, theoretically speaking, would I qualify? John, you know something? Hold on. No, something. I forgot. Go on. Hold on. You know what? Yeah, answer the question. Theoretically speaking, would I qualify? Just to understand the level you're going for. And again, remember, he's the one that asked the question in the Julian. So you can be straight up, explicit, honest, the whole 9. All right? Go ahead. Does he qualify?
He would not, because, well, let me ask you this way. Anybody that has woman, wife, girlfriend does not qualify, right? So if you have one of those, no, theoretically speaking, you wouldn't qualify, because that's also one of the things I'm looking for in a man. Single.
Oh, that's a criteria?
That's a criteria. That is a criteria.
Yes, that is a criteria. So you, straight up off the bat?
That is a criteria. Single. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I may be knocking myself out of the game, but hey.
I'm just saying. Hold on. Janaba says she don't have no time for that. All right, let's see what we're going on. So, it's so Julian. Here's the deal.
David just made head choke at our drink.
I'm just saying, action pack is not forever. Julian, I'm gonna bring a guy on. All right, so we can get this thing rolling. Okay.
Okay, at the same time, or do I hang out?
No. You stay where you stay, man. He shoot him shot on the whole night and I'll make a thing like that. David I. Hold on, let me make sure it's that David I.
Good. David. Oh, so I'm being ganged up on now. Oh,
no. Clean up your argument. But here's the thing, though. David I. First of all, welcome, sir. How you doing?
Thank you.
Welcome, David. It's been a while since we've actually seen each other, person to person.
A couple of months, Julie. Since
right.
last time I was at VP.
I came to Island Space.
Oh.
Yes. Island Space. I supported Island Space.
You were at Island Space recent. Yeah, man. It's my bad. I didn't see Island Space.
Well, speaking of which, David I. Now that I think about it, would Island Space be a nice place to bring somebody, like you meet somebody on Facebook, a nice dating fire island? Talk to me.
Nice place. I mean, but it depends on what the energy you're trying to bring. So every circumstance is different. You know? It certainly wouldn't be the place to go in for that holiday in motel situation. That's a more intellectual space. It would be somewhere that.
Trying to say floozies don't go to the museum? You trying to say floozies don't go to the museum?
But not on a first date hookup situation. I'm just not saying that floozies.
What if I'm trying to act like I'm deep?
Well, then.
No, okay. So let me interject here. I would say, since I've been there, I would say that yes, it is a place to take a person on a first date. If you know they like museums and that kind of stuff.
Because that may help you get to the hotel motel holiday inn, right?
Or it may just help a second conversation. I said, I never know the place. Gregory.
I'm just saying. So, David, you know what? Here's the deal. We ask of the ladies all the time, like you asked earlier. What are you looking for in a man? And yeah. So let's flip the tables right about now. As a, I don't know if it's a single player in these streets or whatever the case may be. But what what does David I look for in a lady?
Boy, that's easy. That's super easy.
Oh, snazzy. Go ahead.
No, man, intellect, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
For real?
7, 8, 9. Yeah, man. Honestly, now, obviously, there's not only one of those out there. So then you're going to have second and tertiary criteria.
Mad.
But the number 1 without question criteria is sapiosexual. This is up here, all of this. It's about intellectual connection. Because to me, that's all that I'm about. Like, no
dumb chicks.
Don't
knock it till you try it.
No, yeah.
He's hesitating too long. You're hesitating too long.
No, I'm trying to give you the proper answer. It's not about. It's nothing to do with hesitating at all. No, I'm no interest in that. But why I was hesitating to is to say this. There's a time and a place for everything. No, don't get me wrong. If what you guys are describing, even you yourself, Julie, was saying that, there might be a time when you consider a 1 out of 10 circumstance, you're going to say, maybe I'll go with this person just for the heck of it. I was giving that kind of consideration. Is there a situation where maybe if things are a certain way, I would consider just a quick fling and so on? It's not been my past, but I was giving it some consideration. Would I even consider it? I can't think of it. I'm in my 50s. I've never done that, so I don't see that starting now. But I wouldn't rule it out as an impossibility. That's why I paused, Julie. So sorry if I'm giving it.
I hear a beeping. I hear a beeping sound.
Yeah, man.
Somebody money counter go off hard. Okay. You know what though? That makes perfect sense, on David. Like you said, circumstances, different times, different strokes, different folks. What it's also based on your qualifications. What situation you qualify at the time for, right? You're single. When you're single, if you're single as hell, you know what I mean? So if you're single, you're not violating no commitments that you have at home. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? If it is what it is, it is what it is. My question pretty much is this now. When you take that approach and even do and I can swing this back to Julie, that 1 out of 10 time, right?
Uh-huh.
If that happens would you be able to take it serious from there on if they express that interest, or you are gonna look on and be
No.
like, nah,
No,
you just
but-
Which one out of one out of
possible.
10 times for
the
what?
hookup, the one,
Here's the thing.
hookup.
That's
The
not
one
my
night hookup?
experience. But Julie, before you answer, I'm just going to say categorically, I cannot be with somebody that's not extremely intelligent. It's not even possible. So there's no future in that for me. Zero. Like I can tell you categorically impossible. It just cannot work.
So is there a future? Is there any future with the person with the one night stand?
No, unless
No?
unless there's other criteria that they meet that can make that possible. But not if it's like you just said. If it's the dumb blonde or whatever it is, that's there's no possible future.
But an intelligent one night stand may have a future.
Possibly, yeah.
I dig that. Julie, what you say?
So how do you know this person is intelligent? Is somebody that you know before to know that they're intelligent?
You have to take that on a each case basis. You can't know beforehand.
You
That's
can tell
right,
by the end of
that's
the evening, though. You can tell by the end of the evening if you have a woohoo on a.
Hey, so some people are real good actors and actresses, you know.
Well, no.
You can't act smart.
Some are real, huh?
You can't act smart. You can't act fool. So if you get the impression that the person not too right, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, but that's you see, that's not the problem though. The problem is when you get the impression that the person is intelligent and is got their stuff together, and then you realize after the one night stand that no, this was, I know I use the word, but this was a crosses. And why you take up that person even for one night stand? Because you know all these movies about, you know, that the one night stand turned into this horror movie. Yeah, it's because they thought that the whoever they were hooking up with wasn't crazy.
Unfortunate analysis, because again, people have to take accountability. If I go into the shop and I buy a small shirt and I should never wear less than a large, I gotta take accountability for that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, when we go into that I'm going to the S. Don't leave that alone. No, I mean, come on.
David,
David, I say, I feel you though. I feel you.
If you walk out, just through my nose to the store of a return policy, but I still never walk out with a smile.
but hey, we hook up, you don't have return policy.
If me even try the medium, maybe G, but if me go next to and take up the
Okay,
smile.
but David, that's an issue right there. Hookups don't have a return policy. How are you going to return a hookup? By another hookup?
No, that's when you go in the hookup room and you see the S. I used to say the size wrong. You say no hookup. Cancel.
Oh,
What if it's a European cut? What can you say? The European cut, the small different from the
Truly.
Lord help me with these.
from the urban small. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's an XS. Extra small.
No. The ladies are agreeing with you, David. When they said if you can't talk to the mind, you can't talk to the soul. I will say this: I have dated a not so bright chick before, right? I met her say it was I found out during the process because a book smart person, you know.
That's what I'm
No.
saying. You're not
But
always
outside of that,
Yeah.
outside of that, I talk about there is a freeway between the left ear and the right ear, right? and
Yes, all your eyes, your nose. You have to go all the way through.
and it was a challenge. But here's the funny thing about it. I had like 10, you know, like 10 fireside, like Cozumel and summertime, you know. But it was good for the first couple of times, but after a while, when the dumbness start kicking, you know, and you just have to say, now
That's what
we're
I'm saying. They can act to a point where you say, all right, this one normal, and then after a while getting to know and you see that.
no, she never asked. She was just fine.
Oh.
Yeah, and after, you know, you kind of roll with it, you know. You don't think already. When you find, I mean, a week or two, you're going to roll. You know, so you're going to make a commitment out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but David, let me ask you this now.
Yeah,
We're talking about the ladies out here. And oftentimes I get all kind of messages, all kind of things. And it always comes from the ladies' perspective. Do you feel like what we get from ladies regarding the men are some straight up generalizations that for the most part are meritless?
I don't know about them being meritless, but I don't believe in any kind of generalization. So they may have merits because if one, let's just put it this way, let's just pretend there's a 50-50 scenario. If 50% of men are shit and the other 50% are not shit, whatever they may be eggs, rotten, or other things, but they're not shit. The problem is I cannot take that we get this broad brush of all men are shit because it's not true. Some are just rotten eggs. They're not shit. So in that regard, it's ridiculous that women are going to say, oh, because I experienced 3 men and they were all ish, then therefore the other 3 men I'm going to meet in the future are also going to be the same. We cannot work in that space, and it is meritless, it is ridiculous, and it is extremely annoying. And
well, if they're meeting 3, if they met 3 already, and they're the same kind of 3, then they need to be soon doing something different so they don't meet another 3 of the same.
Absolutely. Start dating women. Do something different. Go in another direction.
Well, you just
but what I'm saying,
okay, that may be the answer for some, but I am saying astronomical no.
All right, well
do something else to get another a different man. Let's put it to you that way.
Change your process instead of saying ahead of time that all the men in the future are going to be the same as the ones in the past.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You have to change. You have to change the process.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to soak that in, David. I have to soak that in. But here,
so you just said it. I just slid it in there. I just
so casually, like it's Friday. but here's the thing, though. Again, when it comes to the generalizations and all those things, I am a firm believer in the concept of do not use anybody fat and fry me, right? Because I'm a total different individual. But here's the thing. Is it more so people are just on guard? Because, and do we allow that? I remember saying to somebody one time,
on guard is good.
On guard is good. I mean, that's what instincts do. That's what experience does. I remember saying to somebody one time, say, listen, we all go through stuff. And this is just me. I said, me not bear no cross with nobody that wasn't me. I don't care what you've been through. Deal with the trauma before you come over here. You know why? Because as far as you don't know if I have trauma of my own, are you willing to deal with mine? So the same reason how I'm shelving mine, so I don't bring it to you, I'm gonna appreciate you shelving it and don't bring it to me. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't end up with the same thing again, Right. But I'm saying deal with your thing first and then open up yourself, because if you come with the spirit of it's not gonna work because this is what every guy is gonna be, then guess what? You're doing from the start. It's not gonna ever work. If what you are saying is, I know already that this is what I'm gonna get because all men are this way, then nobody keep trying. Why are you going to keep trying? If you already know that there is no other option, what's the point?
But you know, amazingly enough, and Julian, you can tell me this. Most of the times I've heard the single ladies speak that way, right? And when I say single ladies, it means that she's always single. It's just the relationship does never work. She's striking out all the time, right? She's batting 0 to 100, right? All the relationships keep failing. But what I have never heard anybody do is do the reflective thinking. I say, I wonder if it's me, because here's the thing. You ever notice that when somebody talk about their negative boyfriends, if you pull up the pictures and put them on a board like the FBI agents do, they tend to sometimes look the same, right? Have a lot of things in common, probably come from the same, you know what I'm saying? They share a lot of things. So that means you're fishing in the same pond a lot of times instead of venturing outside and saying, that's what happened last time, let me go over here. But a lot of times you're fishing in the same pond and hoping you're in the swamp and I try to get snapper. I'll be a mud fisher in the swamp.
Okay, so when you started, I was about to say that, if all your relationships end negatively, and people may say, well, if a relationship ends, it's negative. That's another show, because I don't necessarily think that. But so but if all your relationships are ending negatively and you are saying that it's always the other person, it can't be always the other person 100% of the time. So, okay, even if you say that, they went out and they cheated on you, whatever, is there anything any action, like were you guys having disagreements from day one, or were there red flags that you were ignoring, or were there things that you were doing that just didn't, you and the other person just didn't agree? So to me, it's hard to say that every relationship that you have ends and it's always only the other person's fault.
Right.
Right. And the thing about going out and broadening your horizons, and a lot of people, they are just scared of change. So in order to go to broaden their horizon, that requires that you are open to change. Right. And there are a lot of people, men and women, that they're scared of change, and they will say it. They're scared of moving from where they live now to go to somewhere else that has a job that they actually want, but they're scared of the change. So it's the same thing with relationships. They're scared of change. So if you're not open to change or open to different, then you're going to be fishing in the same pond all the time.
Wow. Kiki says, been there too, G. Cole. Had to take a drink and just try and have a conversation. I'm sure she's referring to the whole concept of dating the dumb guy. Lioness says, like an illusion. It happened. Lioness says, like an illusion, an oasis, they ruin the image of beauty by opening their mouths. Apparently, these dumb people are running rampant. EK says, some highly intelligent women are also highly sexual. That is true. That is definitely true. Definitely true.
But for the price of rice in China, though, so left them same way.
Yeah, yes, people forget left. Not true. Janaba says she agrees with David. Boy, everybody agree with David. Applause to Julie. Lioness says, you nailed it. You know what? I have a question for the two of you, right? Julie, with regard to the men, David, with regard to the women, right? Can good men have players for friends? Can good women have skettle for friends?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
No influence, nobody affects the other, nobody rubbing off on the other. The good person not making the floozy a good person, the skettle not making the good person a skettle.
Let me answer in another way. Last night I was at a Super Bowl event. A whole heap of people drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. So I can't hang out with them. I can't chill, chat and laugh and have a good time. What does somebody, whether them smoke or them drink or whatever that mean, have to do with who I am? Just because I go and have good conversation with some friends who want to talk about whatever it is, the football match or the cricket game or whatever it is we're talking about. Therefore, no, because they happen to be cheaters and not monogamous, then therefore I'm not, this don't make no sense. I don't even understand the question.
Those are recreational habits, we are talking about subscription of lifestyle, right? So go ahead, Julie. Go ahead, Julian.
Please.
Okay, two things. One, I would say that at my age and stage and in life, and I know myself, I could have a friend that, they believe in this kind of lifestyle, one kind of lifestyle that I don't agree with. Let's say that one, I am not going to be around them when they're doing that lifestyle, because at this point, people know what them like, right? And I am not going to say that I am Jesus Christ and Savior and whatever. So I am not out to save the world or save them. They may not want saving, right? So you make them do what them do. And it's not a matter of peer pressure at this point in my life. Because as I say, I know myself, we're not 20s or teenagers where peer pressure is, if you don't do so and so, you're not going to be in the group anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so what? So I believe you can have friends that do things that you don't agree with, live a lifestyle you don't agree with. You're not just going, and you don't have to follow what they do just to stay in a group or be in a clique or be popular or whatever.
I'm genuinely lost by the concept of what you're saying, though. So,
right.
I'm just saying to you, I consider you my brethren.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I don't have any idea. I mean, I know you've said it out loud, you're a one burner guy. But if we hang out, if we walk up at, just by chance, we end up our favorite swimming spot on a Saturday. And we drink some swim and we chat and we play some domino later. And then that's a good hangout. So therefore, all of a sudden, whatever you treat your wife like, that's what I treat my wife.
That don't.
All right.
Oh, the question.
Let me explain what I mean. How the question, because yes, you are. Here's the thing, though. we're not talking about just a casualness. I'm saying you have two people who are peas in a pod, buddies. People, and the reason why it comes up is this: we've had conversations where some people always look at it like a birds of a feather flock together. Now I've heard, and again, I'm asking based on the conversations that I've heard. Now I've had somebody say, a married lady, she had an issue with the fact that one of her husband's closest friends was just a straight up hoe. That's the word she used. She never said player, whatever the case may be. But they are close friends. And I've also heard sentiments from men also who say, yo, my wife or my girlfriend, friend, straight up floozy, right? So that's why I asked the question. That's why I asked the question.
But I appreciate the question and clarity. But I still don't side it, because just because somebody hang over with somebody, but
that's why it's a question. That's why I'm trying to figure out how your view on it is. But believe it or not, a lot of people, I think if you go around and ask, if people are honest with you, majority of the people don't share your sentiment when it comes to that.
I don't need anyone to share my sentiment. I'm going to throw this one out there, G. Before you answer, Julie, just to be clear on my point. My closest friend is gay. It doesn't make me gay. That's their lifestyle. I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, where we go with that?
I feel you.
So here's my take on it. If you're, as a woman, you're scared that your husband has a friend who is as in G Cole's word, straight up hoe, straight up floozy. You cannot, especially, and I'm gonna go back to at our age and stage, because guess what? If your husband wants to dip on you, he's going to dip on you. It has nothing to do with a friend.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the friend. So, and the same thing, if you have a friend that cheats all the time, a girlfriend of yours, right? That doesn't mean that you're going to do the same thing too. And her activities should not be, you shouldn't be so easily influenced by her activities. If it's something that you're not, especially if it's something that you don't subscribe to. So that's why I said they can have friends that,
Trust me, different strokes for different folks, and there's a reason why they spoke of it, because they've dealt with certain things. Again, can't put the people in business on Front Street. Janaba agrees with both of you all, though, saying just because you're friends with a certain type of person, that does not mean you have to be like them and do the same things they do. You like them as a person. Regardless, you don't have to bow to peer pressure, which is absolutely true. Until it happened in the no say this station I can't bar with Patrick out. You know what I'm saying? Julie, me see her on Keisha have a different mission, I know. But it is what it is.
But again, when things happen, anything going out of a person.
I'm just saying. And that's where I think that's where they're going with it. EK says, just don't go cruising with them. I played the fifth.
You don't want to end up over the rails, EK?
No, I guess whatever happens in international waters don't count. You know what I mean? Anything can go on. David, give me some information about Island Space now, because you don't know, been there once. And I know growth is imminent and you guys are always growing and doing your things and whatnot. Now talk to the massive who don't know or not familiar with Island Space, and let's drop something for them real quick and make them know what's going on.
I appreciate that. I wasn't thinking that was the context of this call. I was looking for more arms house fun, but
some arms house behind it. Keep it going. It's all good.
Don't worry, he'll bring you on back for another episode of Arms House.
Island Space is the very first museum in the world which represents the entire Caribbean. By entire Caribbean, what we mean is that it represents all the islands within the Caribbean Sea, as well as all the mainland or nations that sit on the coast of the Caribbean Sea, either in South America, like for example Suriname, Guyana, Panama, or in Central America, like say for example Belize, Costa Rica, Honduras. Any of these nations that consider themselves to be part of the Caribbean because they're against the Caribbean Sea, we welcome all of the heritage, all of the culture, all of the things that we share in common, and we give information in the space right here in Broward County at the Westfield Broward Mall. It's again first in the world. It is a wonderful place to come and feel pride, to learn things you had not learned before. And in general, what you're alluding to, G, is that what have we done since we opened? We continue to build on the information that we had started with. The key thing to what we're doing is that we're making very, very, very carefully sure that all the information we present is accurate. We're really not about just trying to tell his story. I mean, his story. We're trying to tell our story. So we're leaving his story behind, and we're getting the facts about what took place that's relevant to our people in what really took place in all those years. So it goes from indigenous people, it goes through, I mean, literally every single bit of it. It has colonialization, it has reference to slavery, to independence, and to all that we're doing today. It references the likes of Usain Bolt, it references Sean Paul and Spice, and we touch on everything, entertainment, the things that we do well, including intellectual things that we do well. So it's a place that you should definitely come, and not just come out to be a guest, but come and get involved. Like, come and help us to build the best museum possible. This is our opportunity to share to the world what makes us special, what makes us, really a great people, and that we deserve to have a space like this showcasing what we have done in the world. And so come and be a part. It's open every Thursday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, it's right there, the corner of Broward Boulevard and University Drive. It's in the Westfield Broward Mall, right beside Buffalo Wild Wings.
Love it.
So in that space, do you have like a little cafe set up with seating for when people want to go on dates?
No, we don't have the dating thing set up just yet. We're working on an app, and once the app is complete,
link up in the back.com. Link up in the back.com. It's coming out real soon. I wanted to definitely just drop that out there because I never want we go off and don't mention, but I really think it's important. So I wanted the masses to hear about it. Now, here's my question for the both of you. I have a brethren, am I saying? And I feel bad because it's nothing like when people go through hurt and heartbreak and whatever the case may be. But they're in a relationship and it's coming, in my eyes, it's come to an end, right? But I hear there's one person fighting for that relationship, fighting for the relationship. And oftentimes people assume that a woman a fight for it, right? What are your one wants out, the other fight for it.
Yeah,
my view, and it's like, what do you feel about somebody trying to fight for a relationship?
If it's one person, leave immediately.
Mister, jump out the window.
Immediately. No hesitation. There's nothing to fight.
Yeah, if it's only one person wants to save something, it really can't be saved, because even if the other person stays, there is, I guess, ulterior reasons
It's not, there's no
why they're staying. You're fighting, and let's just say they have kids. They're staying for the kids. Kids leave the house. Why are they staying? Oh, they're staying because they're scared to be on their own, that kind of deal. So it can be two people fighting for it, but they still have different ideas on what it's going to take to save it. But if one person is the only one fighting and the other one keeps saying, I just want out.
Right.
How long are you going to keep hearing, I just want out, and fighting?
Right.
Even if it's not being said, the bottom line is if it's being felt, it's useless.
And that's my sentiment on it. I just don't believe in that as something that says it's something I try to express, but at the same time trying to be a little conscientious of people's hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I am not a believer in the fighting for the thing. If the other person
I would say I'm not a believer in fighting by yourself for the thing.
I'll fight for nothing.
You're not fight for a relationship.
No, fight for nothing. You want to go on. I mean, I go on too. We spoke earlier with Garrity about the numbers situation. We outnumber, so we're good. All right, we have options in these streets. But I just, it's something that as I sit down and have the conversation, we laugh about it and joke about it. But it's something that, and the reason why I know it's an issue because more than one dude, I deal with it. Now, somebody was, and again, a lot of the things I speak of is people have asked me to speak on them. Is there a difference if there's infidelity in your relationship? Is there a difference in how you move on, and if you move on, if it's a situation where you caught them versus they confessed?
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah. How in your eye is are you able to? Is you're saying it's easier to rectify the situation if the person comes clean versus you find out and then decide, say, boy, okay, me now do it again.
Definitely.
Julie.
I don't think there's that much of a difference. When you say difference, are you talking about
Whether or not you can move on, whether you can mend it, and so forth.
Is it possible? Yeah, but that's one of the things that, I'm going to use David words and say it's a case by case situation, because you're not just going to say, okay, if anybody you're in a relationship with, them step out on you and they admit it, you come to you one day and say, I've been sleeping with so-and-so for the last 2 years. That doesn't make it any easier than, you're going to be more shocked if you come in and catch your man mid-stroke, but,
right.
That's different. That it still hurts either which way. So it's not going, I don't think that one makes it easier to stay with the person than the other situation.
Wow.
To me, it depends person by person.
So the issue is not how you find out too, it's also the infraction.
Is infraction is how you find out, it's if you even really, after you find out, want to stay.
Right.
Because after you find out, you may say, that's it. Whether or not they did it before, or you're tired of it, it's up to you. You want to stay? If you want to stay, then it may be rough going for you to move past it, but you want to stay, so you will do that fighting for it,
Right.
But it depends on if you want to stay after finding out about it.
Right. David, we had a conversation once, and you're commenting in the thing and saying pretty much it's possible. No, if you're in a relationship, a vested relationship, and that infidelity occurs on the part of the other person, right? You said in that
caveat. It can't be 2 years, like Julie's saying, consistent. It would have to be this happened, and let's just even say it was 10 times a day for 2 weeks. That's different. But if it was for 2 years, that's to me, that's not reconcilable.
That's another relationship.
Yeah, that's not reconcilable. So it depends.
It doesn't.
Everything.
But hold on.
10 times a day for 2 weeks.
Hold on.
That's not so painful. Once a week for 2 years, no. That
So
wouldn't.
if she go out 10 times a day for 2 weeks, it's somebody else. But when you are trying to get once a week, thing, you say that it's as painful as a 2 year?
No. So.
Your candidness is hilarious.
Here's how I'm going to be devil's. Here's how I'm.
My thing straight. That's why you ask me anything with it straight from my head. What I feel.
Here's how I'm going to be devil's advocate now, right?
Okay.
So let's say you walk in on somebody and you catch them, or the person even comes and tells you that this is what's been going on. Maybe you're saying, all right, no problem, because you out there do it too.
No, that's you got
that is definitely a lady's perspective all the time, and I realize it.
No, but it's true.
No, Julie, I'm call you up when I want it. That's how
No, but it's true.
Wait a second. So, Julian, what you're saying is this: if you are cheating on somebody and then forgive you too easily, your assumption is, hell no, he doing something in these streets too.
No. That's not where I'm coming from. What I'm saying is, okay, let's say that you walk in on your woman, right, and she going on with things, and you walk in and catch them.
No, do somebody, my own, somebody.
Okay, David.
No, you don't know. Come on.
All right, David. Okay, I'm using you as an example, David. So you walk in, and you catch your woman, enjoying herself with another dude, right? But you say. You pull up yourself short and you say, but wait, you can't upset her because me just coming from Josephine grind too.
That's not possible because I don't do that.
That's why I can't use you. That's why I was using.
So what you saying?
You qualify.
Me do them thing that yo fire. Julian, away there, boy.
No, there's no possibility.
Okay, so no, none of you guys, but you're the only two guys here.
In that position, sorry.
You couldn't say Tyrone.
No,
You
I
couldn't
was
say Tyrone. You
trying,
could say Trevor.
Trevor,
God.
all right, or Stevon.
Or
I was
Stevon.
trying to say Stevon walks in on wifey and wifey is having fun without him.
Mhm.
Stevon may say, okay, I'm staying with wifey because we just come from, I'm doing the same thing out the road too.
Yeah, but
So maybe that's why it's not an issue for Stevon
right.
or
I
or,
hear
or,
you.
or Marianne
I
to
hear
say
you.
that they're still gonna stick with their spouse because them out the street doing the same thing too.
So then that's just what you call
That's what I was trying to get across.
Right, so
But
Julie,
y'all
I
twisted
hear
my
you.
words.
But Julie, that is a marriage with a different set of rules. They're saying those people are saying, hey, we are okay because this is who we are. We're incapable of this type of thing. That
No,
we are
maybe
all
there,
alluding
maybe
to.
there was
Bun for bun.
there was no agreement, written, verbal, or otherwise. It just happened.
Julia but says matters not the gender. A lot of times people are this sounds like somebody aside with you, Julian. She says matters not the gender. A lot of times people are guilty of what they're accusing the other of. No, remember the thing is this is not accusing anything. According to Julian, you walk in and say a thing. No, here's the thing though. Let me interject myself in the situation. Megan, you know why Megan? Because here's the thing. First of all, it's one thing for you to be doing something, right? Which is a violation. But the disrespects of me walking a miles and I see that now my crib, then that means that pretty much is not just a violation right about. You know, rate me. You understand? Bun that is not bun. That's a disrespect.
No, but G, if you were doing the same thing too, but you just don't get catch.
Yeah, but the
You
difference
just don't walk behind
the
you.
difference is me they gone somewhere else gonna do it. Me ain't care.
No. What I'm saying is you could be doing it at home too. She just don't walk in and catch you, but you walk in and catch her.
No, so why you defend a woman? If she get her bun, the woman get her bun to start. Suppose the man a good man, the man come from church. I want to tell you. The man do him thing over there, so I listen come from Island Space, just taking up a couple taking the museum with him Bridget David. No, you come talk about.
I was waiting to see how he'd bring you in, David.
Yeah, I'm a museum away, Bridget.
I was waiting to see how you was gonna bring
No, all of a sudden the man guilty too. No, man's a victim here. Have a little thing with your shame, all right? The man is the victim here. Leave it be. Some good man I get bun out the road. And it happen all the time.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, Trevor. Things do happen. But I don't know. And again, for each, like I've stated last time, for me, the act of the infidelity is just one thing, you know. It's just that, but when you have somebody who you consider your significant other, your spouse, remember, on the share way more than the physical, you know. And if you are having what is going to deem another relationship, especially you mentioned the 2-year thing, Julian.
That's why.
Why David?
Believe me, when I heard that, I said, "Well, no, that's the next level."
Yes, another. You might as well have another picnic road. And as a matter of fact, I may swap well of my. If you have a 2-year relationship, I swap well of my kids. I mean, I care if you look just like me. So you might get swapped down. But the thing is, you see situations a lot of times where infidelity takes place and some people it's just a no for them. Some people willing to work it out for one reason or another, and then you have some people who they say they're working it out, but it's something that constantly comes back up in the relationship, right? So it's like a turmoil that you constantly relive. Now, personally, like I said, for me, it's not just about the physical aspect of it. You're talking about the sacredness of what we have here. Everything that I've ever thought, I've conceived as a thought, came to you. Shallow as this part might sound, my finances, me don't know if now I might be comfortable laying down, be like, yo, 2 years, maybe them a plan for kill me. Maybe them a plan a way for take everything and I mean, just things like those. Everything, the trust there. Somebody mentioned earlier, Jaina, but once the trust is broken, it's hard to get it back, right? So for me,
disagree.
So you think, so David, you disagree. So you think once trust is broken, trust is easy to get back?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily easy, but it can be worked on. And it depends on the thing. Like I said, if it's 2 weeks or 2 years, it's a big difference.
But she said it's hard to get back. Not saying it's impossible. No. So, but based, and you said no. So what you said pretty much is this: if somebody cheats on somebody, it's not necessarily that tough to trust the person again.
No.
I could see why Julie would assume that person have something going to why. I don't agree with the sentiment, I can see why you go down that road.
But pause. Let me explain then. I hear you saying you can't see where Julie is feeling, but let me say this to you. how does someone really actually earn your trust? You just have to give it to them. Like there's no amount of actions that a person can do that's going to actually earn your trust. You there can do actions that would.
So you have that amount of control over your emotions
Absolutely.
and how you disperse it and whatever that you can come in and see all of that and decide. So you know something?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a firm decision. Either
Firm
I'm gonna
decision.
go back in 100% and give full, or I'm not gonna go back in at all. Because anything else doesn't make any sense. Because you can't heart trust somebody. That's just going to be ruining.
You're a prototype.
You're going to make that. You're going to make that decision immediately, or
no, obviously not, Julie. That would make any sense. I'm not going to be emotional. I'm going to be raw. That could never make. But I would have to think it over. Maybe in 3 months, I will come to that thing. But once I make the decision that I'm going to move forward, it's going to go in with 100%. It can't be like.
And the trust is back, and we're moving on full steam forward. Future.
100%. Yeah,
okay, but you put a 3 month on your, you know, that you say is enough.
Every situation will be different. I cannot predict. I've never been through that situation, so I don't know. But I'm saying that in my assumption of how I think I would deal with it and what I think would work, I'm calling 3 months as an example. It could be 1 month. It could be 6 months. I do not know.
But when you move on, if you decide to keep them, you're keeping them. Trust is back, and we heal and we're moving on.
Absolutely. Have no choice. There's
Julie?
no way for it to work with me.
And what you say, Julie? Not your thing. Not go work the way there.
I'm not saying that it won't work that way, but I agree with whoever had said it's harder to get back the trust, because I believe that people do earn your trust in the beginning. You know, you have to earn people's trust in the beginning, and
Julie, pause.
something.
Julie, pause. Tell me something right now. Just pretend. Me know say you say I don't qualify, so it's not a real thing. But I could just try pretend for a second. Me say I come check it, Julie, right? Go on, date you. You give me a chance. We go 1 and 2 times. Things seem good. How did I earn your trust? How long it was it me to earn your trust? What am I going to do to earn your trust? It's nonsense. To say that I earn your trust.
No, Dave. Here's the thing. What I'll say is this. I don't know about anybody else, but it's like you start off with if I meet somebody, it's not a situation of you earning my trust, right? Because what happened pretty much is this: you haven't given me a reason to not trust you, so I'm gonna start you off with the A, right? But yeah, but here's the but. But then we pass the A now, and you violated. So no, you've broken that trust. It's a different thing now to repair that broken trust versus the initial startup concept.
So I'm with you up to this point, and I'm going to say at this point now, you then have to decide. If I cannot get back to the point where I give you back the trust again, then there's no basis for a relationship. And you can't do part way.
Right. So that's what we're saying. That
that's what and that's why I say it's going to be 3 months or 6 months. Or once you decide. But there's no, you cannot say I'm going to move forward.
But the fact that it took you 3 to 6 months, even though we just speak theoretically, even though it took the fact that you mentioned the 3 months or the 3 months means it's not as easy as you're claiming or you're making out to be. Else you could do it the next week.
Yeah, because you need time, as you said.
But I'm saying to you, I don't know because I've never faced the situation. So it's a thinking game right now. Here's my prognosis of what would happen. I throw 3 months just because I don't want to make it sound crazy to people. It probably would be 1 week.
But your automatic response was, yeah, no big deal. So that's what I'm saying is that if you haven't been through it and you're saying no, say, boy, well, me no know because I haven't been through it. But your initial response was, yeah, no, nothing. But no, you're saying
no. So
something different.
I want to make this clear. I'm glad that you're putting me to the test on it. Mm-hmm. I 100% say it would be immediate and I would do work with 1 week, no problem. Right. I don't want to say that on your show and then everybody out there is saying, no, that's not realistic. So I'm trying to get them a number them can work with. I know myself.
Listen, talk about you, David. No matter what anybody else on the show.
Like Chico said, I've already said that. It would be nothing to me.
Oh, yes, David, you don't want to send the wrong message. You don't want to send the wrong message. The next thing they're going to give you a bone and say, but David, you did tell me so a week after we go there.
No, I have no problem with that. Because again, the way I look at it, I value myself very highly.
Right.
And anybody who is with me, if they think that it makes sense for them to go cheat on me and to lose that value, then clearly they're not as intelligent as I thought they were. Or, I mean, think about it. Who is going to throw out something like this? I'm way too special for nobody taking a chance like that. That's not even a possibility. So it's not going to happen.
I like it, no, no, G.
I like it. I'm not telling a lie, David. I like that song.
But it's a reality check. No, G, it's
Yeah,
not
go
a
and go
wicked
try it.
thing. I'm not a hype
Yeah, go
thing.
and go
So
try it.
this is genuinely how I feel about myself. There's
And you
no
should.
person. There's
And-
no person who would be with me and then say, oh, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to do something like that. It's not possible.
Yes, them either gone or even the relationship.
And if it happened, like I said, it would have happened 10 times a day for like 2 weeks. It was a thing. And then we'd have to say, all right, because see, we're ready to go on, we're going to assess it, and then we can fix it. But if it was 2 years, then 2 years, there's nothing to reconcile.
But you know, say on the scale though, I calculate it, I compute, I carry the one, right? I mean, I go to the pi r squared. I say the whole 10 times a day for 2 weeks. I don't know if it's much worse than the 2 years. I don't know if it's much worse than the 2 years and a day. I don't know.
You still trying to calculate that, G. You still trying
I don't know if it's worse than the 2 years at all, boy.
It don't matter. No, man. It's just the time. It's a time. It's the amount of time zone. It's just a time frame.
What I agree with is this: if somebody, and for clarification, and I'm no guru, but more times than not, the confession doesn't come unless the person assumes that you know, or it's coming your way. Like one person up on, hey Julie, if you're not telling me, tell me. Because guess what? I'm here for David. So the thing is, most people don't just get up and when they say, you know something, I've been doing something wrong, and I think I need to go confess
So
to
you're
David.
trying to say, G, that most people don't have a conscience?
No, people have conscience, but you just, I mean, you know how much
Just
up,
don't
you know how much up your dahlios of a conscience, yeah, man.
You
So
don't kick in?
it kick in, but you control it. But the thing is this, you have to suppress it more time because you can't mash up the thing. You good up, Wi-Fi yard. So, anyways, what I'm saying pretty much is this: when you have people who are doing those infractions, right? The whole concept of finding out after, let's say, 2 years. If that person 2 years, that's a solid relationship that went on for 2 years.
That's over.
How about it's just a continuous booty call ship?
No,
For
that's
2
not like that.
years.
No.
Yeah, man. Once a
Nothing
week.
like that.
You know,
Once a week?
Booty call. Yeah.
For 2
Not
years.
That-
Because
in
here's the
that
crazy-
case,
here's the
there's
crazy thing about
there's
it.
no reconciliation. For me, there's no.
But you see, you minus Christmas and Thanksgiving because they're with their families or whatever. So it's not quite
interested.
2 full
So
years.
you would think one more time she'd tell us she'll buy the gift for it and I keep it secret. Should I get a gift? But the thing is, it's the whole concept of the 2 years thing, and we just use the time as figuratively as is possible. To me, it's not just about the infraction. Again, it's not just about the infidelity part of it. It says to me pretty much that you managed to maintain that and keep you've been lying to me for 2 years. Because remember, you know, there's must have been times when you told me one thing or you created a scenario so you could go do what do you think? Plenty time. So that means that the last 2 years, we can qualify it and say nothing that you told me was true. I don't even know if your name is what your name is over the last 2 years. Well, yes, sir, Julie, 2 years and not a big thing, right? As long as it doesn't cost a 5-year mark, you're good.
I said no such thing.
I'm just wondering.
I said no such thing.
Boy, that's how the thing go. This bun thing is a crazy thing. I have friends who have. I remember Marlon come on the show one time and say him get a whole bakery. Him never just get the bun, him get the whole bakery. And he was
David, stop laugh. Stop it. Stop laugh.
him get a bakery, and they were able to. He was able to reconcile. But here's the crazy thing: person that's giving you a bakery, the reconciliation's on your end. Them not necessarily a change for them ways, and in a case like what he said, they didn't necessarily change their ways. They just pretty much didn't walk out the door. Yeah. So,
reconciliation.
Well, him reconcile.
You can have a one-sided reconciliation, G.
Boy, I saw the thing go. But this one thing is a serious thing because no matter how I try, avoid it. Believe it or not, in my inbox, most of the conversations, the topics that I've been asked to speak of is infidelity. Is relationship issues.
Here's the funny thing, G. You know, in everything, the honest to God truth, the only thing to me that really make the bun thing so egregious is this thing called STD. Really in that thing.
So if you give bun with a condom, then you're good.
So watch me. I don't give no bun, so that's not an argument. So first of all, that's second of all, if I get bun, if somebody give me bun, I'm gonna take a lot better purview on it if it's with a condom. Absolutely, yeah, man. You get a whole heap of
So you're gonna have that level of conversation regarding the bun?
Absolutely.
And here,
if you give me it without that, then again that's another level of
violation.
yeah, man. Have to be.
But if somebody is willing to lie and maintain something else going on behind your back, something as egregious as that, what's the likeliness that they're going to be honest about using protection or not? I'm just wondering, does it matter to really even have that conversation? Because you expect them to be dishonest about the relationship, but honest about the terms of their infidelity?
No, I disagree with your premise. Because again, to me, if there was a dishonesty over a period of time, and there's no chance of reconciliation, it would need to have been in a space of time where something went down. There was a series of things that led to some particular thing. It wasn't about a prolonged. This is the age.
Regardless of the time.
Let's say it was a 1 month. It was a 1 month thing.
Let's say right? the two weeks you talk about, or the 10 time.
Right, 2 weeks.
After the 2 weeks. So I'm saying is this: that person violated the trust and relationship. They went outside of the relationship. It's a lie. It's cheating. It's all. Do you think that after all of that, they are going to be honest with you about the terms of their extramarital or the extra relationship affair? Like you're gonna get details of whether they were being practiced.
I believe it's very possible. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
I think they will. I mean,
I believe it's very possible. Again, you have to remember now, I'm thinking about a high-level intellectual set of people who have the ability to know, discuss what went wrong, why it went wrong, what's going down, what are like if that's possible. If it's not, then it's not for me.
But intellect and honesty have nothing for they don't have nothing to do with one another.
No, I wasn't saying that they had to, but it's going to be somebody who has the intellectual capacity to see how honesty in this new situation about this particular thing is going to be beneficial to the continuation of the relationship, because lying is only going to exacerbate and cause a greater rift and a greater problem. No, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm coming from.
I think I am too.
Yeah, it's not that I'm saying that this is a likely scenario, but I'm saying, again, if it is to happen to me and I am to be in a place where I'm going to say, yeah, I can forgive and move on, it's going to be the type of relationship that allows for complete honesty to take place in a soon space after. Because if it's not there, it's not going to work. For me.
So Julie, as from a woman's perspective, you feel confident that if you have somebody who has lied about the terms of your relationship and had something out of it, when you sit down and ask them about the terms of this relationship, which you caught them in, they're going to be honest about that? Why would you? Put yourself in a bonus shoes. If you get bonus, you get.
I can't put myself in a bonus shoes. I can't put myself in the bonus shoes. But what I would say is that, and it comes back to in this day and age with so many things going around. If you cheat with somebody, let's say you go somewhere and you go on vacation, work, whatever, and you take up with somebody else, right? First of all, my thing is, yes, you're cheating. Why are you going to cheat without protecting yourself? Yeah. Number one. Right. But number two, if you didn't protect yourself, you're coming home to a wife or a husband, right? Because guess what? If you do bring home something to them, right, it's going to come out, you cheated and you must have not used protection.
Okay.
Right. So if you do get caught cheating, why would you not say, you know what, we need to go get checked out because blah, blah, blah? Why wouldn't you do that?
I guess
I'm not saying 100% of people are going to do it. Yes, they should do that. But I think a lot more people would do it than would not. You're always going to have your people that don't, that fall outside of what they should do and what most people do.
Well, I would like to think liars lie, and this is just me. I in a situation like that, I think you probably be told whatever they think is best to tell you. But I mean, to each his own. I just feel like in a situation like that.
I think you're mischaracterizing in a little way, and I
discredit the cheaters.
No, I think what you're saying again, what you're doing here is you're saying the same thing, that if one man is shit and all man is shit. I think you're saying that. No. I'm telling you how I see it differently than you. Don't say no before you hear what I have to say.
All right, go ahead.
I chance to explain that what I'm telling you is that not everyone who ends up cheating needs to have been a habitual cheater, a habitual liar. It could be something that happened in a different context. So all I'm explaining to you here, G, is that if it is somebody who is a habitual liar and a habitual cheater, then yeah, there's no reconciling. That person is not going to be honest at any point in time. I'm saying if there is somebody who is in a different situation where something happened, they went away to do
But we
something.
specify the situations though. You create a third situation. We specify the 2 grounds up because we already have a long conversation about the 2 years versus the 2 weeks, 10 times a day scenario. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about somebody who slipped and fell on something, right?
No, so this is where you and I differ because I'm saying that 10 times a day for 2 weeks it slipped and fell on something. That's how I see that. I'm seeing that is not a 2 year.
So you sleep 10 times in the same day, David.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here what now.
No, David, you didn't sleep 10 times in the same day. You went and you dove some of those times.
David, you're a hero to many. I will say that. I'm gonna say you're a hero to many. Listen, we pass our time.
Yeah,
remember, we're overdue for the in studio. We're gonna do something in the studio. This one is again trying to answer a lot of people's questions and stuff like that. With Julie Abbott says, and the guilty party will try to spin it and put the blame on the innocent party, saying that I'm sorry about what happened. Individual is guilty, party gave them the STD. Wow. Okay. That is another show, but because if somebody go to the road and get something and carry come give you and convince you, say, you will give it to them, or even come to the argument, I am at the point where I start to rate that person, but I need to give you more credit than
why you start to rate the person? Why you start to rate the person?
You, David, if somebody go give one out the road, come back, give you an STD, and have the gall to sit down and tell us, yo, you give me.
But some
STD.
people do that. Some people do that.
I'm not saying they don't do it, but I'm just saying I'm gonna give you a little bit more credit right about now.
I'm gonna give no credit.
Pause, Julian.
I'm gonna give no credit. Credit is not due there.
It's impossible for an innocent party to accept that, because if I didn't do anything with anybody else,
my point exactly.
It is impossible for me to have been the one who brought anything into the relationship.
But the fact that you're willing to stand up and say that, yo, yeah, hear me, yeah, me hero.
No, what they got is cojones. They don't deserve no credit.
Like I said. But David, Julian, I want to thank you so much for wilding out and just getting reckless with me this evening. I appreciate y'all very much.
I guess this was not the show you expected, but hey.
But I love it. Here's the thing. I think there's nothing more valuable in the world than accepting the fact that different opinions exist. Sometimes that's ignorance, and that's what causes a lot of the problem in the world, from wars to racism to the whole nine, whatever the case may be. Not acknowledge the fact that, and I play devil's advocate a lot, as you can probably tell. The thing is, me and David, if we're being honest, not supposed to see everything the same way, right? Me and you, Julian, not supposed to see everything the same, because we're just different people. And a lot of times people say whatever the case may be, especially when the cameras are on. So I appreciate the fact that we can be ourselves, our individuals, and so on go on. David is 100% more of a man than I am. The 10 time I'm dating now, you're not cut it for me.
You're gonna be sleeping tonight thinking about that song energy.
I mean, yeah.
You're gonna be using a calculator at that.
I'm just saying, David, I give thanks again. Give thanks again. I appreciate you, Julian.
Yes,
thank you so much. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about these people sliding up in your DMs. But if you're dropping pictures, if you drop the pictures, then my ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean. I'd see the thing here one more time. If you're dropping them things that's like dropping a dope album, it will change your life. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna get up out of here again. David, Julian, thank you.
Man, all right, thanks for having me on the show.
To be honest about that thing, that's brought you more than a few DMs. So to some people, Julie. Bang.
You see,
Good night, gentlemen.
No, David, when it says something, I drag it out. May I wait for you to say, all right, but you're not doing it.
What's that?
Anyway, you, Kelly, and Michelle have a great evening. All right. It's the other girls come out the road to party. David?
I'm telling you good night.
We will link. All right?
Bye, guys.
Blessings, much love.
know what to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to get up out of here. I want to thank you all so much for rocking, all right? If you're yet to subscribe to the podcast, it is Homegrown with G Cole. It's available everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, we're there.
Somebody you know, somebody to
Gotta pick up all the radio stations that carry the show. Appreciate y'all too.
it's easy to
Kiki,
but never to
Jainaba Linus,
I guess it
EK.
when you know
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
the day
Once a liar, always a liar.
night
That's what EK says.
and I
She kicked that fool to the curb.
do it all. I let my guard down and it put her up. I was kinda getting used to being someone you love.
Sometime in the next couple of weeks, guess what we're gonna do?
Going under and
We're gonna bring on some cheaters, all
I
right?
want to turn
We've been passing judgment on these cheating people. We gotta give them a chance to speak for themselves, all right?
the way of loving that me sleeping without you.
Now I need to find out that for you now, and also for Kiki.
You know, somebody to
Promise, all right?
somebody to have just to know how
So cheaters out there, if you're watching right now, get ready. You call me, all right?
but never
Go into the inbox.
I
Joe Grand, let me know what's going on.
know you the
Josephine, let me know too, all right?
another day please and tonight for
Because they need love too.
you're not here to run me through it all. Let my guard down and it put her up. I was kinda getting used to being someone you love.
EK, if you know some cheaters, tell them to call me.
And I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your
Thank you so much, guys.
safe and sound till I come.
I gotta roll though.
Another day, please, and tonight fall. And you're not here to run me through it all.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G Cole。
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.